Hello, I'm How To Bob, and in this video I'm going to show you how to diagnose and repair a GE coin operated washer. We're going to start out by removing the front panel. I use a simple putty knife, slide it in till it hits the little clip here, and then go over a little bit and push on the clip and pull out on the front of the wash machine. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Slide it over till you feel the clip. Pull it out and push in on the clip and pull on the front of the washer, and the panel will come right off. It's hooked on the bottom, and we can set that off to the side for right now. You can see the little slots here at the bottom that are hooked on the bottom of the washer. Right here you can see the clip that was holding the front panel on each side, so you know what they look like. We're going to be looking at the inverter motor, and the indicator light codes are listed right here, so this should tell us what is going on with the wash machine. The issue I'm having is it's just not spinning at all. I've checked the belt and it's tight and in good condition, so that's not the issue. So let's take a look at the indicator lights here. Got it plugged in and it's just sitting idle, and we can see that we have a 1 second flash. So I'm going to go ahead and start the washer and see what we got. Still flashes 1, and you can hear that it kicked into the spin or the wash cycle, and still nothing. It's still flashing. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the unit because I'm headed towards the door switch. You can see it on the left here. I need to remove the coin box, so I'm going to have to take the screw out here using a socket. Not much room to move in here, so you just have to work the socket back and forth until the screw comes out. It looks like this. And then I have to remove the little triangular piece, filler piece, on the back of the coin box. And you'll be using a Torx, inverted Torx bit or security Torx to remove these screws. If you don't have those, you would need to get one before you take this apart. And there's one on the other side. Once I get that off, I can slide my panel off. Now there's 2 screws in the front that hold the top of the washer to the frame on the sides here. I want to remove both of those. Now once I have both of the screws removed, I can lift the top up, and I'm going to prop it up with the 2x4 here. And I need to remove the 3 screws here that are holding the coin box in place. And again, I need to use a security Torx bit. Anything that has to do with the coin box is a security bit. Got the 3 screws out. I can remove my coin box and set it over to the side here. Now here's the switch, and it's held in place by 2 little clips, spring clips, and a screw. And I'm going to first remove the wires, just unplug them, and then I'll have to lift my lid back up and push the little tabs. There's 2 of them actually. Looks like the one is already off, so now I can set my lid back down, and I have to put the lid in about the halfway closed position to allow the switch to slide up and out of its home. Now I've got one more wire connector that I need to remove. I've got that out of there. There's my piece. So now I'm going to look at my piece. You can see that the switch is no longer any good, but we'll go ahead and use a meter and test it. Put the meter on it, press the switch. It doesn't change at all. I've got it set to ohms. Here's the new one. I've included the part number, so we can take our meter, put it on ohms, and press the switch, and you can see that it goes to 0 ohms when the switch is pressed. So we know this is the problem. All we gotta do is put it back together now. So the new switch came with a pigtail wire, so I can remove the old one from the wash machine. Just unplug it back in the console, and then pull out the wire hold down here. And you can see the 2 little clips on either side. They just get pressed in to the body of the washer. I have to lift my lid so that the lever will get in there, push it in. And you can hear the switch is hitting good, so I don't need to adjust that. I can put my screw back in. And then I run my wire in the correct location and plug it back in the correct direction and plug it in, and everything's good, ready to go. Tuck it back in. So now I want to make sure that my lever on the door hits, and this is where you would adjust it. You'd have to bend that little lever out. Mine looks good, so I can continue on. Put my coin box over top of my door switch. Make sure my wires are in the correct location, not getting crimped. They won't rub on anything. And then I want to lift the lid, prop it up with my 2x4, and I'm going to replace the 3 screws going into the coin box. Okay, now that I have my 3 screws tightened into the coin box, I can set the top down. There's 3 tabs on the control panel that need to be put into the slots, and then the top will be lowered down into position. Once I get the top down in position, I'll put the 2 screws on either side, and those are the ones that hold the top to each side. Then I can put my cover piece on and replace all the screws that I took out of the cover. And there's one more on the opposite side. Once I get that one in, I'm going to install the screw that holds the coin box to the bottom. Once I get that lined up in there, I can use my ratchet to tighten it down. There's not much room in here. It takes a little bit to get that all the way tight. So now that I've got it tight, I'm going to install the front panel, and I set the 2 slots on the bottom and just raise the top. I want to line these little pins up here and here with the holes in the front. Get those lined up, and then you can just push on it right where the clip is on each side, and all that's left to do is put my locked panel on the side of the coin box. So this is how you diagnose and repair a GE coin op washer. I'm How To Bob. Thanks for watching.